to my channel. Happy Thursday. I am here with another bonus video for you guys this week, and I'm very excited to share with you guys a new tray system from ArtDot. I have worked with ArtDot before in the past. I have a video on my channel where they sent me one of their lights, which I still use every day. I love that light. So I am very excited to take a look at these trays. Now, I ripped this box when I pulled it out of the package, so that's on me. It didn't come to me like that. I guess I was just excited. And when I pulled it out, I did rip the box. But this is a new product. I believe this was released for you guys. It'll be yesterday, February 5th. My mail was a little bit delayed, so unfortunately I couldn't get this video out before the 5th, but hopefully this is close enough to the date that you guys are still interested in seeing a video. I do want to say thank you to ArtDot. They did send this item over to me to share with you guys, and I was intrigued. So I've definitely been into trying different diamond painting trays lately, and I find this very interesting. So this is the 15-piece set. I believe there are 10 small trays and 5 large trays. So we will have to find a diamond painting that I can work on that has just 15 colors, because I'm very, like I said, I'm very interested in seeing how these work. I actually forgot to grab some drills, so let me do that so we can shake these out. So let's go ahead and get into these. Okay, so the first thing we have is a set of DMC labels. These are, let's see, how many are in here? 489 colors, which is awesome. I like to have these types of labels on hand because I want to redo my spare drill organization, and these will be perfect, especially to note the square drills. But obviously you could put these on the containers. I don't know how easily removable they would be, but they're very nice. I like that they're like a glossy finish. I like the way that the colors look, and just going by like some of the colors that I know off the top of my head, like 155, that looks very accurate. 310, the 208 through 211, those look very accurate to me. 550, I'm just going by the colors that I know right off the top of my head. Like the 740 to 742, 743, those are like bright oranges, so those ones look pretty good. 910 to 913, 915 is a color that I recognize. So yeah, the colors that I feel like we use a lot that stick out to you, they do look pretty good. And we also have some blank ones, so you can make your own labels. It looks like this sheet is printed on a different type of paper. I would assume to make writing on it easier. There are some blank ones on this glossy paper, which I would say you'd probably need to use a permanent marker for, but this sheet, which is completely blank, looks like you could use just like a ballpoint pen. So I do appreciate the extra set of blank labels. Let's get into everything else. So this is very interesting. This is a static eraser. You guys know how I feel about static. If you've been here for a while, we struggle with static here all the time. So this is very interesting to me. I'm going to read to you what ArtDot sent me so that I can explain it to you correctly. But it says to put the static eraser into a diamond tray with static electricity to eliminate static and prevent the diamonds from sticking. So basically like a dryer sheet, but this one's cuter. Interesting. Oh, it actually does smell not bad. It has like some type of scent to it, but it has a little hook so you could hang it up somewhere. We will definitely be trying that out for sure. I'm very intrigued by the static eraser. And then here are the trays. Now, they are in just a plastic divider system. So I don't know. I mean, obviously you could keep them in this, especially if you wanted to just keep them like this on your desk. I don't know that long-term putting them vertically would be sustainable, but you definitely could try. And we have, like I said, five large ones and 10 of these small ones. So let's see. Okay, that opened pretty well. So it has a clear lid. Oh, there we go. That feeds into just a little track here. And what am I doing wrong that I can't get it to close though? What am I doing wrong? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. I wonder if it's just because they're new that they weren't sliding very nicely. What is very interesting about this particular tray set is you have multiple different types of a tray. So we have traditional grid lines here. And then down here we have the ever popular, hopefully you guys can see. Can you see better on yellow? Maybe. I would say maybe a year and a half ago, we started seeing these gridded trays for multi-placing. So this has both options built right into it. So at the bottom here, you have kind of like a well that you can just keep everything that you don't shake out. And then we have the traditional diamond painting tray grid, and then we have the multi-placing, which is very interesting. Very interesting. And then we have the large tray. If I can, also apologies for my stuffy nose. I was starting to feel better and then Steven got sick. So I think we're just giving it back to each other at this point. Okay, I cannot get the lid off of this one. And I do not have very tough nails, so I don't know. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? I'm pulling on it and I'm pushing on it. And I know it's the right way because see the little, like the little lip right there? Let me move you guys down and let me grab my chair. Maybe we can get it. All right, here we go. Sorry for the angle change in the middle. Oh, okay, I got that one open. So what was I doing wrong? Let me consult my email. I want to make sure I'm not missing like some type of pressure point or something. Let's see. Add a storage area to the tray. Okay, got that. Stack design, which is awesome. We'll talk about that in a second. Multi-placer gridded design we just talked about. All right, so it doesn't seem like I'm missing like a lever or a pressure point or something. So why can I get some of them? Okay, that one came off very easily. But for some reason, okay, there we go. I got that one. It must just be because they're new. If you pull from the bottom, so like if you kind of get your nail right into the lip, you can get them off. So let's try that with, yeah. All right, so it must just be because they are new. And I would hope that over time, as you use them, that they wear down. It looks to me, now I don't manufacture any of this stuff clearly, so this is just first impressions, but it looks to me like this part here of the tray is bumping into this part here of the lid. So I would think over time as you use it, you would, that would kind of wear down. Okay, but see, look, hopefully you guys can see this. You're getting my first impression here. So if this video seems a little bit disjointed, I apologize, but I do like to give you guys a genuine reaction. Do you see right here in the middle, there is that little tiny piece of plastic that sticks out right there. It looks like that, obviously, is what is stopping this from closing. And I wonder if that is a design choice so that the lid doesn't come out super easily. So as soon as you like kind of separate the seal with your nail, or you could use a pair of tweezers or something, it comes right off. So I wonder if that was actually intentional. If anybody from ArtDot is watching and wants to let us know. Let me try another one of the small trays just to make sure that everything is working. Yeah, it has to be something with this particular area. Because as soon as I put my nail right there and just kind of break the seal, it's super easy to slide in and out. So there are the trays. Obviously, hopefully as we use them, they will get a little bit easier to open. But now that I know how the mechanism works, hopefully it'll just become second nature to use those. Now, something else that is nice about these trays is they are stackable, like I started to mention. So if you are somebody who likes to have all of your colors out and ready to go, you can just stack these very nicely. This is something that I noticed not having with a different style of this type of tray from a different brand. I like that ArtDot chose to make them stackable because they're not sliding all around on your desk. You have them stacked very nicely. There's a little bit of a lip. Everything fits together well, and it's not just like you knock it over and they're all going everywhere. So I do very much like that they are a stacked design for both sizes. Let me pull out these small ones. Make sure I don't have any of them upside down. Okay, here we go. Very nice. All right, I like those quite a bit. Again, they do stack really well. So if I bump into them, they're not all just gonna go flying all around. So I do like the little lip, and curious to see if I could stack. Okay, so the small ones don't stack perfectly on the large tray, but that's okay. As long as they stack with each other, that is something that I like quite a bit. And you can see here that I'm wiggling them around pretty good, and they're staying linked together. Let's go ahead and try pouring some drills, because I am very interested to see how the different types of grid is going to work. So I have some round drills here. I don't have any square drills kitted up right now, so just looking to see if I'm missing anything. I don't have any square drills kitted up, so we're just going to take a look at rounds. But when I do try these with the diamond painting, I will share how the square drills work. So I tend to be an overfiller with my drills in my tray. The only thing that's going to be interesting for me is I tend to hold my tray the other way. So having the like little well on this side is just going to be a bit of a learning curve for me, but those lined up very well. I do have a diamond painting pen here, and in it I have the ArtDot putty. This was gifted to me by one of my diamond painting friends, so there you go, they have their own putty. But I just want to try picking up some drills here, so let me bring a little bit of light down. Now it looks like in the smaller tray we're getting 3 drills in the multi-placing grid part. And then obviously we have the traditional grid, which I can pick up 7 drills without any issues. Something that I like to do when I diamond paint is, regardless of the size multi-placer I have, I will pick up a various amount of drills. So for example, I will single place with my multi-placer. So I'm curious to see if the little lip that is right here is going to get in the way of me picking up 3 drills with a 7 placer. So let's see. Okay, So I can pick 3 drills up without any issues, which is very nice. That means that the grid line that is vertical separating these multi-placing sections isn't too high that it prohibits me from grabbing multiple drills, which I like quite a bit. And I can kind of piece together what I'm picking up as well between both sections. So the traditional diamond painting multi-placer side and then the little grid. So I like that quite a bit. Also, something that I do notice when I'm shaking is the sides of these trays seem to be very nice. I'm a bit of an aggressive shaker. If you watch my whipping chats and stuff, and I have yet to have any drills kind of topple out to the side, which is nice. And the lines here are very good. So that's the small. Let's take a look at the large tray. Let's see if I can open this one. There we go. We will try pouring these back into this container in a second as well. That might have been a little much, but we're gonna go with it. All right, let's see. Can I get a good shake here? I overfilled this tray way too much. So let me actually pour some of these back in. And I will go ahead and pause and grab some square drills because I am curious to see how the square drills shake out in here. So looks like we have some static. So let's try our static eraser. Let me put the lid back on for this. Let's see if our static eraser works. Well, it helped get them out of the corner there, so that's nice. I have some drills stuck to it. Where's the well? This side. Okay. So I will say that it seems like this large tray has some static. So what I would probably do before I actually worked with these containers is I would run a dryer sheet over them. This happens, at least in my experience, it happens with these type of plastic trays. It's easy for them to just come to you with static. Now also, these drills have had some static in them. I do have some dryer sheets. I don't particularly feel like the static eraser has helped, but I also don't know if we're giving it a fair shot with the plastic. So you guys can see just how much static has generated. Now I've had this diamond painting kitted up for over a week at this point, and these drills were not that staticky. So I do think that the trays are generating static themselves. So like I just mentioned, I would recommend probably wiping them down with a dryer sheet. So I don't know if you guys can see, hopefully that's coming across on camera, just how much static is in them. So the static eraser, I guess I could kind of take it or leave it. I don't know that it's really impressing me, but let's grab some square drills and we'll see if a different large tray is a little bit better. So let me grab some squares and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have a dryer sheet and I have some square ABs. So we'll see how that goes. But let's go ahead and open the large size. Now, these do not have any static, okay? You guys can see in the bag. Let me shake them for you guys. There is no static in these special drills here. So let's see what's going on. I do have a large dryer sheet, so I am just gonna go ahead and wipe these down. Maybe that will help. And let's pour, let's do a little bit more. Okay, I feel a bit better. about that, but I do want to put the lid on, and I want to give these a really good shake. Okay, so I do think that the dryer sheet definitely helped. You can see that there's a little bit of static, but I think we can come back from that. So let's shake these out. And we have the multi-placing grid on this one is also for 3 drills. I do kind of wish that on the larger tray, maybe they like doubled this up, so made it so that you could get 6 drills on the multi-placer versus the 3. I feel like that just kind of makes sense to me, that the small one would have 3 multi-placing drills and the large one would potentially have 6. My favorite multi-placer is a 7, so I feel like 6 drills to pick up would be nice. The squares do lay fine. I do think that the trays would benefit from an additional wipe down before pouring the drills in, perhaps using some rubbing alcohol. Is that what I'm thinking of? I think maybe that would work a bit better than the dryer sheet, because I do feel like these are generating some static. These drills were not staticky at all when I put them in, and I do feel like they're kind of clumping in the bottom here. We can try the static eraser one more time with the square drills. I just don't know that it's going to make too much of a difference. So let's, what? Oh, this is on me. I put the lid on upside down. Here we go. Okay, so let's give these a really good shake and see if we can get some more drills up towards the top. Yeah, it's not catching the square drills very well. Doesn't seem to be catching the squares, and I'm kind of going back to what I said about the multi-placing grid on this one, where I was like, oh, it doesn't seem like the grid is up too high, and now I'm kind of wondering if it's not actually high enough. So let me take the lid off here. So I'm wondering if when we're shaking when I'm shaking, not we, it's just me, when I'm shaking these drills, if they're not catching up towards the top here because the lines aren't tall enough. I'm not quite sure. I do feel like that shake was a bit better, but then when I was trying to get the drills down into the well, they kind of just fell out of the multi-placing grid. So I don't know. We're going to have to see. I definitely would like to use these with an actual kit, kit them up, you know, give them a really fair chance. So wipe down the trays, kit up in them, maybe put some dryer sheets and then use the static eraser whenever I was working with a particular color. Maybe having a dryer sheet in there would help minimize what is happening here. I'm already dreading trying to pour those back into the container, but like I mentioned, I have experienced these type of plastic trays generating static on the first use. So hopefully that's something that would go down over time. But all in all, I will say that I am interested to see how these will work. I am just starting to dip my toe into the tray / storage combos. This is the first set that I've tried from ArtDot, and I have used many ArtDot products in the past and I enjoy them, so I have high hopes. I think maybe I just need to prep them a little bit before I kit up a diamond painting in them. So let's go ahead and try to get these drills back into the container. We have a baggie here, which probably isn't the best. I think maybe they could benefit from having a pour spout. Obviously, if you're looking for something like this type of system, which is a storage container and a tray, you're not going to be pouring in and out, back and forth, but eventually you will want to kit down. And if you kit down into baggies, it's probably not going to be the easiest to get the drills out. You could definitely use a funnel. I do have a funnel for my Elizabeth Ward containers. The only thing is I don't know where they are, so I'm going to try without. So here is the small size. Pretty painless. That went in very well. I didn't spill any drills. But this larger tray, which does have some static, I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on so I have just a small amount. Oh boy. Okay. Let me actually, I want to use the static eraser, but it's just not doing it for me personally. But also I need to be able to work with these drills tonight. So I don't want this to be too difficult. Yeah, there's a ton of static here. Wow. Okay, I am going to use a dryer sheet to get these out. And I'm actually going to try, one of you told me that I should, I think you said I should pour the drills onto the dryer sheet. And then pour them into the container from the dryer sheet. I mean, it worked. Not too bad. And let's just see if I can get the static eraser to do something when there's less drills. So we have just a handful of drills here. Let's see if it can corral just the few drills that I have. Not so much. Yeah, not so much. All right, I will deal with that later. I have almost all of them out. Okay, we're back. Now, let me give you guys like my overall first impression, initial thoughts. I like the design of these tray storage combos better than other ones that I have seen. I do like that they are stackable, that they have a lip that makes them actually stackable. Now, they're not connected, so could they tip over? Yes, but I find these to be much more sturdier than other systems similar to this. So I do like that they're stackable. I feel like just the little bit that I tested out the tray sizes, the small tray definitely performed better for me. I feel like I was able to get longer rows of drills in the traditional type of diamond painting tray section, so the longer grid here, and I feel like I was able to fill a pretty decent amount of the multi-placing grid as well. So I feel like the smaller ones functioned better for me in the small amount of time that I was testing them. Now, I do usually prefer a larger tray, so I definitely gravitate a bit more towards this particular size. I definitely would have preferred to see the multi-placing section to have more drills. Oh my god, you can see my fingerprints. I wish that we could have gotten a section of 6 drills instead of 3. I feel like that just kind of makes sense to me with it being a larger tray. It's a little bit more than double the size of the small tray, so I feel like we could have doubled the multi-placing section of this particular tray. Now, as you guys saw when I was trying to shake out drills, the large ones did not shake out as well. I had a hard time getting anything to stay up in the top corner of the multi-placing section, and I'm thinking that it might be because perhaps the grid isn't printed as high as it should be. Now, I don't know anything about printing trays, so please take that with a grain of salt. Definitely give these a try for yourself if you're interested. But I think that, just personal preference, I do think that I would have preferred the multi-placing section to be larger. Not larger, like take up more of the tray, but larger in the way that you can get more drills on your multi-placer. As far as the little well at the bottom here, I could take it or leave it. I definitely see the intention. I understand. But I am personally someone who shakes my trays the other way. So I would grab this tray this way and shake, which I definitely could still do. But when something is predisposed with a, if there is an area that is prepped for me to already be a well to keep my drills, then I'm going to want to use that. So again, that's just more of a personal preference thing versus like anything being wrong with the design, because I certainly don't think there's anything wrong with the design. Now, one more thing that I wanted to mention about the multi-placing well is on the large tray, it looks like there is a row at the top that is actually not usable. It's smaller than the other ones. I don't know if you guys can see right at the top here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of the multi-placing grid, and then right at the top there's a very narrow line. So unfortunately that will not hold drills. It is too small from what I can see. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I've been known to be wrong though. You know what? Let's just test it out. Yeah, so it's actually too small to fit a drill. Is it? Hold on. Okay, it's not too small, but it just fits. And I don't think your drills are just going to naturally migrate up there because it's so much smaller. It does fit though, especially a round drill. A round drill does fit, if you guys can see that. But it is quite a bit smaller than what they have here. So I don't think that that top row is going to catch your drills, if that's something that you are interested in knowing. As for the static eraser, I'm definitely going to have to give it another go. But just from what I could see, it honestly didn't do anything. I'm not going to say it made the static worse because I can't confidently tell you that for sure, but it definitely didn't take the static away. So, also the packaging that you get it in, you could definitely use this little plastic liner here to hold your trays. Is it going to last you? Probably. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't last you. You would just have to keep it on the side like this. I don't think there would be longevity if you were to store it vertically. So let me put all these back. I am very interested in giving these a try. I need to find a smaller diamond painting that only has 15 colors so we can give it a go. But yeah, that is today's unboxing. I just want to double check and make sure that I haven't missed anything. I don't think so. Perfect. The only other thing that I have to share with you guys is that I do have a coupon code with ArtDot. It's Laura. I always have it listed in the description box. If you're interested in picking up a set of the trays, let me know if you guys are interested in seeing an in-depth review similar to a tray review that I did earlier this year. I enjoyed doing that. So if that's something that you guys would like to see with these trays, I'm definitely open to that. And once again, thank you so much to ArtDot for sending these trays open. Sending these trays over. I am excited to give them a try, obviously a more thorough try when I actually diamond paint with them. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Let me know if you've tried these, if you ordered them. They are now available, so I will leave a link to ArtDot's website down below if you are interested in picking them up. I need to catch up on birthday shout outs. I have 2 days worth of shout outs to do. So on Wednesday, February 5th, it was Susan Downey's birthday. Happy birthday, Susan. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. It was also C. Fiorki 9646. I wrote it very poorly, so I apologize. I'm sure I butchered that, but happy birthday. I hope that you had a wonderful day. And then today, when you guys are seeing this, February 6th, it is L. McIntyre Brooks 475's birthday. So happy birthday to you as well. I hope all 3 of you had or are having a wonderful birthday. Just as a reminder, if you have a February birthday and you have not let me know in the comments, please feel free to do so I can give you a birthday shout out. And with that, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you once again to ArtDot for sending this over, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!